Hello, I'm Mike Gorin. Today we're going to begin our perfect playthrough of Pokemon Red and Blue. Yep, the games that start it all. Once I set text speed to fast and battle style is set, we're ready to go. Let's do this. Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Red version's gonna be Red, and blue version's gonna be John. Right, so your names are Red and John. You seen the Mentalist? This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What was his name again? Not so stupid, sect here, but I've gotta get going. That's right, I remember now. His names are Blue and Jack. Red and John, your very own Pokemon legends are about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Now, even though these are going to be dual screen playthroughs, I'm basically going to try to keep these episodes short so I can have time to film both episodes. So what I'm planning on doing, even though I nabbed the potion earlier... Hey wait, don't go out! It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. So, because of this, from here on out, there's going to be quite a time displacement between Red and Blue. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting! Jack and Red? Oh, right. Sorry, Jack and Blue. Here, John Red, 3 Pokemon, and I'm just speeding through the dialogue. The reason why is because I have 3 screens to look at, and, just think of this as something of a race. Looks like Blue's boy obviously prefers hot places. It says sprout from the top. When it rains steam, it says sprout from the tip of its tail. Yes, I want Charmander. That's generally my go-to Pokemon whenever I play, Gen 1. However, I'm going to try to pull off a trick that's typically unsafe on actual hardware. It is early enough in the game to try this, but I'm going to try it. And yep, Red is just pulling ahead for now. But which game will actually get done with this section first? And I'm going to start a new game. I'm not going to bother reading all this text again, though. What I'm trying to do is perform a file corruption glitch in order to duplicate the star that I just picked up onto a new file and transfer that over to a new file. The way saving works in the first couple generations is very weird. At least the first 3 generations. So, I'm gonna save. I wait till the yes or no box goes away, and then in a couple frames there, I power off. You power off too soon, it won't work. You power off too late, and you power off too late, and the game will just... And you will override it, and if you have a really bad frame, in which there's plenty, you could actually run the risk of corrupting your save file and having to start all over again anyways. Which is why you aren't going to see me perform this glitch later on, like, at all. So why perform this glitch? It's to nab all 3 stars. So I got Charmander last time. I'm gonna see if I could get Squirtle this time. Right, blue version is pulling ahead, so I'm probably gonna slow down and read Squirtle's Pokedex entry. After birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell, powerfully sprays foam from its mouth. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to tell you this is that when you start a new game, do not change the text speed. The text speed will carry over, and if you change the text speed fast, you won't be able to land the frame that will allow us to merge the files. It's absolutely vital that you keep it on medium, or if you're really bad at it, slow. Anyway, Squirrel's pulling ahead. Big time. Huge gains on Red. And for the third time this episode, we're beginning a new game so we can add Bulbasaur. Some side effects. Charmander and Squirtle will be treated as traded Pokemon. So after a while, I won't be able to gain experience with them anymore. And the reason for this is because I'm using data corruption to transfer a Pokemon I got on an old file onto the new file, which means we have a new trainer ID and everything. And I'm going to perform the timing just right. Again, it's immediately after the yes or no box goes away. But you have to time it near and right before it says now saving or something like that as well. And the reason for this is because it's literally to ensure that the trick works. Now to withdraw that potion this time for the PC. And Blue's ahead, so I'll talk to the mom. Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. What does the TV say? There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. So the whole reason we are going out on our own to be the very best like no one ever was because of Stand By Me. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon... I already said all that, so I'm just speeding through that. I don't need to worry about duping anymore, so I can set the text speed to fast now. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Jack, let me... Alright, I told you to come. Alright, I already said that, so I'm just splitzing through. I will probably do a more elaborate perfect playthrough with the scripts and everything when I cover Pokemon Yellow. Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon. Strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. Yes. And I went at my Bulbasaur. I'll take this one. Jack received a Charmander. Alright, just want to check the stats. Everything seems good. My Pokemon looks a lot stronger. Bulbasaur actually needs this experience more than any other Pokemon at this point. So, in both games, Bulbasaur will take lead. Bulbasaur and Squirtle both need to hit level 8, but Bulbasaur needs to hit level 8 first. And more specifically, Bulbasaur needs to hit level 7 and 8. Squirtle can just get to 8 if need be. Alright. So, in my red version, I am manipulating the growls. I'm manipulating the RNG so I can blitz through Charmander quickly. Bulbasaur is about all caught up, but Red has all but taken the lead right now. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon! Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight toughen up. Red, Graham, smell you later. Or it's John, Graham, smell you later. So, Blue and Jack are a bunch of assholes. Unfortunately, Red is gonna get hit with a plethora of random encounters and will be completely unable to catch up from Blue in short soon enough. First, let's talk to this guy for a potion. Yay! Alright, I can afford this encounter, but unfortunately Blue has just pulled ahead. Like, Red's just absolutely snake-bitten here. But look, Blue got into a random encounter too. Maybe Red can catch up. And as a reminder, I am forbidden from, because of my conditions, I am not allowed to gain experience and level up my evolution mons from random battles. At least not until I've beaten everything. Until I've cleared out all the trainers. I'm also not allowed to battle trainers more than once, in order to deter from cheap exploits. At least up until I've accomplished absolutely everything these games have to offer. And we have to deliver Oak's parcel. And Blue has pulled ahead and leaving Red in the dust. Because of this, Red is going to speak to Professor Oak right up front, while Red is going to nab him either from the side or from behind. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps! What did you call me for? Oh right, I have a request for you two. My desk, there's my invention, Pokedex. Almanac records data from Pokemon Museum. Alright, take these with you. John got Pokedex from Oak. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. If I'm too old, I can't do it. So I want you to fulfill my dream for me. And we're just gonna speed through this dialogue. Leave it all to me. John, I say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, John. Haha. A bit of spoiler, I completely forget to nab the town map. Since I have to obtain every gift, as well as all the items off the ground, that is a requirement for a perfect playthrough, is nabbing that town map. Alright, I got to a random encounter. Maybe Red could... Ooh, 2 random encounters. Maybe Red could catch up after all. And looks not quite on his side. But if Blue gets into another random encounter, Red will certainly catch up. Yeah, in spite of having to walk an extra tile, Blue just keeps leaving Red in the dust. You know, I just might consider... I don't know, I just might consider... But I want to go to my rival next. And I already played Red first, but at this point I already decided I want Squirtle to take lead over the rest of my Pokemon. And once again, Red gets into a random encounter. Hey John! You're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it, you probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Now, at first, my thought process was to lead with Charmander, and then I realized that Charmander will likely get killed by Pidgey. Now, why don't I fully manipulate the rival battle? I don't, because I'm trying to save time. See, Squirtle here is gonna just spam tail whips. A couple tail whips to make it fast and easy to one-shot Pidgey. And after this I decide, okay, I still need to inflict some damage on this bird. So I might as well just spam Squirrels and then maybe swap to Bulbasaur if Squirrel faints. But I got really good RNG luck from the Pidgey. Most of its sand attacks failed, and with only one miss, I was able to get Pidgey to critical health. Luckily, Rival 2 does not use a potion at all. But at this point, I don't want to give Squirtle the experience. He will jump all the way, whoever gets the experience here will jump all the way to level 7. And I actually want Charmander to gain all the experience from this battle. Now in Red, Pidgey's just a little over halfway done, so Red's gonna have a much harder time because I had a less than ideal fight against Red's Pidgey. So Charmander is basically going to carry his own weight until he either gets hit by a growl or until he reaches critical health. Alright, that growl from Charmander tells me I need to swap him out. I think the Charmander in Pokemon Red has much higher stats. Come to think of it. So, Bulbasaur's gonna try whittling Charmander down as much as possible. That's all Bulbasaur can really do in the meantime. Those growls are really starting to take their toll. And I miss. Gosh, that really sucked. Had I gotten one more hit, this would have been a surefire win for Blue, but I think even Charmander's defensive DVs might be pretty good. But after the growl fail, I was able to blast through Rival 2. And I learned Ember at level 9 exactly. Ah, you just lucked out. Now, I absolutely need to manipulate the RNG in Red for this. Not only to go first, but to go critical. So, there you go. You just lucked out. I heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I need to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. So that's the optional Rival 2 in the books. In general, I'm just going to aim for the mandatory and missable trainers. At least until I've captured absolutely every Pokemon in the game that requires, that needs to evolve via level up, I should say. Okay, we'll need your Pokemon. Sure do. Thank you, your Pokemon are fine and fit. We hope to see you again. Alright, and both Red and Blue are gonna head all the way down to Professor Oak to nab an easy to miss item. John got 5 Pokeballs. Well, while Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball and try and catch it. This won't always work though. A healthy Pokemon could escape. You have to be lucky. And you can only get this prize if you defeat Rival 2 with only one Pokemon registered in your Pokedex. And you have no Pokeballs in your inventory. Otherwise, all Professor Oak will do is check your Pokedex and how far along you're in this. Now, as I said, Blue is gonna finish well ahead of Red. However, I still forgot the town map from Rival's sister. I believe her name's Daisy. So that's it for Blue, and I'm gonna say my parting words real soon. So, actually I want Bulbasaur in my lead for this next part, but after that, we just have to heal up at the Pokemon Center, Pokemon Red. And that'll be it for part 1 of my perfect playthrough of Pokemon Red and Blue. So, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all out of the way, This is Mike Gorin, sign out.